Hey guys, Rocky here, back at the project on the bike with the painting some freehand graphics on the tank. Got her up on the jack stand, as you can see. Just put my plates on, renewed my plates. The bike's ready to roll. I can drive it anytime. The weather's not the best, but it's not too bad. 13, 14 degrees today, something like that. And over the next week or two, it's going to be up and down, anywhere from 14 degrees, 15 degrees, down to 2 or 3 or something like that. Possible snow flurries here and there on a few days, but we'll take her day by day. So now that I've got her all licensed and everything, I figure I better get the graphics on there, because when I want to take a bird drive, I want to have her ready to roll. I've done some work in here in terms of lighting. I don't have my lights on the walls anymore as I had before. I had a light over there on the wall, I had one over here in the wall, and I had one over there in the wall too. I might end up having to put some more back on the wall for specific things like working on the benches and stuff like that. I'm not sure yet until I see how the new lights I've got, how they pan out. I've actually put taken the lights that I had on the wall, taken them off and kind of modified them a little bit, put them on the ceiling. I've got 2 there. I had 3 before. I went and purchased another one, so then that gave me 4. I installed those, and then I figured, well, if I've got those, I might as well put 4 more up. So I put 2 more there and 2 more over there. I still got to tie the wires up on the ones over here yet. They're not so critical. When I put these ones up over here, the first one I put up, I got interrupted, had to do something, and had to go somewhere. So I had my ladder sitting up against the rail there so I could reach, and never thought I jumped in the, what did I do? Actually, yeah, I had the car in when I was putting that up, I guess. So I actually jumped in the car and got ready to go for a drive, and never thought, opened the door, drove out, shut the door down, and as the door was coming down, on the way out I always checked to see it was coming down all the way. I just took a peek back. It was a couple of feet off the floor, 3 feet off the floor, whatever, and I noticed a little bit of a shadow or something. I thought, oh shit, what happened? Something. I did something there. I forgot something. Could probably cause some problems. I didn't know what it was. I just figured, okay, well, if the ladder falls, as long as it doesn't fall on my bike or whatever, it's not going to fall on the car, because I'm in the car and I'm out of the garage, and hopefully it doesn't fall on my bike. And I had my bike pushed forward here, so I figured, there's a pretty good chance it wouldn't fall on the bike. If it did, there'd probably be something in the way to kind of stop it, because there was a lot of stuff around the bike there too. And so I drove away and came back, came in the house, came into the garage, I should say, parked the car outside because I wanted to do some more work on the other side over here. So I parked the car outside, didn't open the door. I just came in through the front door over here, the man door, and came in and looked and saw my ladder was still sitting up there. And I thought, now how's that possible? The ladder was up against a rail where the door opens, and the ladder is still sitting there. Something happened because I seen a shadow. I wasn't quite sure. And it took a few seconds for me to realize what it was, and then it hit me. Oh shit, the light's gone. I had the light installed, and the light wasn't up there anymore. So I looked at the floor, and the light was on the floor. Of course, the bulb had shattered. 2 bulbs shattered, was all over the place. And I looked the light over and thought, well, I can reuse that. It's not damaged that bad. At least I hoped anyway. I just get a couple more bulbs, put it back up. But what I did was I had not yet tied up the wires. The wires were hanging down a little bit. And when the door opened, I guess the only thing I could figure, it must have pushed the ladder over, but not far enough for the ladder to fall. And then when the door went back down again, the ladder went back into its place. You can see a little scrape on the ceiling there, so the ladder slid back to its place. The ladder didn't fall, which is good. But the light did fall and broke the shit out of the bulbs, like I said. So that meant basically I had to start over with that one again. And what happened was, I think that on the way back down, there's a little tab at the top of the door. I think it caught the cord. And when it caught the cord, it just ripped the unit that screws right into the light socket there, ripped that right off. When it ripped that off, it also pulled on the light enough that it dislodged it from where it was hooked up there, and it came down, like I said, broke. But I was able to reuse it. One of those ones up there with the little gap, the one on the left-hand side, is the one that fell. I was able to reuse it. I didn't have to do too much to it, just kind of straighten a few things out by hand on it. They're pretty cheap, they're pretty soft. So I got those up, and what I had done, I actually had one up here. I had 2 up here, and I decided I was going to take one from there and put it over there until I got a couple of more lights, or 4 more lights, so I could do them all the way around. So I was going to put one there, and one there, one there, and one there. So after I had everything set up, I had 2 lights set up here. I took one down, and that's the one I put over there. But then again, later on, once I bought more lights, I put a second one up there. But when I was putting the second one up there, you can see one only has 1 bulb. I put the bulbs in down here on the bench, and then I carried everything up and hooked it into place. And as I was hooking it into place up there, did one of the bulbs dislodge. I didn't have it in quite the way I should have, dislodged, and it fell and it broke. So altogether, in total, I broke 3 bulbs putting all that stuff up. But I'll get another bulb for there later. But right now, that's pretty good lighting. I think this is better lighting than I had before in terms of overall lighting of the garage. I think that's a better way to go. And if I find I need more lights on benches or whatnot, I'll get some more of those lights and put them on the wall in such a way that I kind of angle them down so that they're not shining out when I'm doing videos, you know, behind me, causing glare like they were before. But all that aside, lights up and everything, the bike's up on a stand here. Now the next step would be to find some form of graphics or some form of font. I did decide I'm going to write something on the tank. I'm not going to tell you what, I don't want to spoil that. You'll see as I go. It's sort of not going to be something that's going to stay there forever, but it's a little bit of an idea that kind of occurred to me and means something, so I'll use it. And color scheme sort of came to me as well for various reasons, which you'll see once I've got things on the tank and do a video on it, and I'll explain what it's all about. You might even catch on right away when you see it. But the next phase here is to try to find fonts. So I'm on the internet here looking at all these various different fonts. I need to find something here that I like that you know, I might want to use as a font once I do the lettering on the tank. But so for now, that's where I'm at. I'm doing some investigation for fonts, and once I've got a font and I'm ready to do some work, I'll sit down and start drawing it up, record the whole thing, let you guys see it in progress, and we'll throw a video out there for you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Till then, peace out.